Our top story, an incident at a Bradenton daycare that left a 1-year-old child with multiple bite marks has now led to an arrest.
ABC 7 first told you about the investigation at Jay's Bright Learners Daycare last week. Now, one of the employees there, Casey Burke, has been charged with child neglect. Investigators say she left the toddler unsupervised for several hours that day. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us live from the daycare with more on how this could have happened. Adam.
Scott and Haley, good evening, and thank you. I am here in Bradenton. We've been out here by Jay's Bright Learners for most of the day. Relatively slow day for them. A few parents coming in and out, dropping off kids, picking them up. But we have been told that Casey Burke is no longer an employee here, and there may be some other repercussions as there are currently 2 ongoing investigations into this daycare, one by the state attorney's office and another by the Department of Children and Families. Shocking photos of a boy covered in bite marks after spending a day in daycare has now led to the arrest and termination of one of its employees.
She is the only person charged. That's because it was her responsibility to supervise those children.
In the arrest report, Casey Burke and others explain exactly what happened on August 29th. That day, Burke was responsible for approximately 5 to 6 infants. After putting them to sleep around noon, she left and spent a large amount of time in another room with her niece and other staff members, only peeking in to check on her kids.
And it's one thing if you go get a drink of water, you go to the restroom, but this was an extended period of time where she wasn't in charge of these children, and that's when the biting took place.
According to the report, when Burke heard the child crying later that afternoon, she did not respond, thinking it was a different child who cries frequently. When another employee finally did respond around 2:30, they found the boy with several marks caused by another child he was with. Thursday, that staff member from the report declined to comment further on the incident.
I'm not allowed to talk about it, but thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you.
The child's mother has now hired an attorney who advised her against making any more public statements at this time. But on Facebook, she writes, "The woman who neglected not only my son, but all the toddlers in her care has been arrested. This is what I've been fighting for justice." Now, in that report, the staff member also told sheriff's deputies that the child who did the biting is no longer a client here at the daycare. We did speak with a family member of Casey Burke's today, and he said, and I quote, "It's just too open, too up in the air right now to say anything." Live in Bradenton, Adam Cellini, back to you in the studio.